to KISS News at 3 a.m. Here's your weather forecast for the day.
Over to you, Ashley!
We're experiencing high winds today. It'd be a good day to stay inside. We're expecting clouds with a chance of meatballs. Back to you, Morgan.
Okay,
Thanks, Ashley.
there's a new diet pill called Carb Intercept, which has become very popular among adults. Carb Intercept claims that by using their product, you'll be able to eat the carbs you want and still lose weight.
That's incredible. How does it work?
I was able to get a hold of a Carb Intercept expert, and she agreed to answer some questions for us. Hello, Elizabeth.
Hey, thanks for having me.
What is some background information about Carb Intercept?
Here at Carb Intercept, we believe that starch, a large carbohydrate, is the source of weight gain. It's very difficult to cut out carbohydrates completely from your diet, so in order to combat this, we developed Carb Intercept.
How does it work?
Starch is broken down by the enzyme amylase into smaller molecules of glucose. Glucose is then absorbed into the bloodstream and is either used for energy right away or stored as fat for later. If you take Carb Intercept 10 minutes before a meal, you can eat as much starch as you want because it blocks the amylase from breaking down the starch, and so the starch passes straight through your body undigested.
Amylase? I've never heard of that. Tell me more.
Amylase, as I said before, is the enzyme that breaks down starch. Enzymes are proteins, each containing a unique shape that is called an active site. Usually the starch would bind to the active site to be broken down. When Carb Intercept is introduced, it binds to the active site of amylase, preventing the starch from binding and being broken down.
Well, thanks for joining us and giving us some background knowledge on Carb Intercept, Elizabeth.
Thanks a lot.
We want to investigate the claim of Carb Intercepts ourselves, so we are going to see a scientist to see if Carb Intercept really does block amylase. Stay tuned for some more results.
Is your fish tired of the same old boring fish food? Then you should try Dr. Fish Fish Food. Just listen to what one of our Satisfies customers just had to say.
Big Booty Judy loves our fish food. I bet your fish will too. Dr. Fish Fish Food, the food of the sea. Caution, fish may crash into the side of the bowl.
Welcome back. To test the claim Carb Intercept, we're going to speak with Brianna, a nutrition specialist, via our on-site reporter. What's going on, Paige?
I'm here with Brianna, who conducted an experiment to see if Carb Intercept works the way they say it does. Brianna, how did you test this claim?
In glass A, I had starch, and in glass B, I had starch and amylase. In glass C, there was starch, amylase, and Carb Intercept. There was also a buffer, which is distilled water. In each of the glasses, after the solution sits for 10 minutes, iodine was added to each solution.
What were you looking for to happen in the glasses once the iodine was added?
The iodine will bind itself with starch, which will result in a dark color change.
So if starch is present, we would expect that the liquid in the glass would become a dark color.
Yep, that's exactly right. In glass A, that's exactly what happened because it contained only starch and water. And when I put iodine into glass B, with the amylase and starch, we expect that the water should have very little change, which was the case.
Right, because the iodine won't have starch to bind to because the amylase will have already broken down the starch.
Correct. Finally, when I dropped the iodine in glass C, there was no color change. If the Carb Intercept claim was true, then it should have changed to a dark color like glass A. However, since there was no color change, Carb Intercept's claim was false.
Oh yeah, because Carb Intercept is supposed to stop amylase from breaking down the starch.
Yeah.
Is there any way you could show the data of your experiment in a way that can show our viewers in a clear way?
This bar graph shows the concentration of starch in the glasses. Glass A has a concentration of 0.84 because there was no amylase present to break down the starch. Glass B and C have a concentration of 0 because the amylase broke down the starch in both glasses.
Well, there you have it. Carb Intercept's claim is false. Thanks for finding that out for us, Brianna.
No problem. Thanks for having me on your show.
All right, back to you, Morgan.
That's too bad. I was really hoping it would work.
Me too. Well, that's about all the time we have. See you tomorrow.